How's it going, everyone? It's Terry from TNL Football and welcome back to another video. Before the video begins, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the channel. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel. But obviously interaction, getting everyone involved and building a community by leaving comments and smashing the like button. It's fantastic and it helps me out massively and it helps us all become one in the TNL world. Look, today's video, I'm going to touch on the preview for the match tomorrow and obviously Jurgen Klopp's press conference, which came out about midday today. First and foremost, I just want to touch on a couple of things he said. Firstly, Lucho and Maka should be back in for tomorrow's game, which is obviously fantastic news. Despite us having really great performances from a couple of the kids, it would be good to just have the experience and the quality back into the game, for the likes of Maka, for example. Lucho's obviously been playing, but he's been a right thorn in the side for most teams. So obviously that's really good. Jurgen, he's just an absolute genius because he had a giggle when it was asked about or mentioned about how tight it is at the top of the table, and obviously being a point behind City, with City being a point behind us and Arsenal being 2 points. Of course, if we win, we stay top this weekend as well. And yeah, he had a right giggle because of course it's tight. It's always going to be tight when you're playing in a league with the likes of a Pep Guardiola's Man City and a reinvigorated sort of Arsenal side that have somehow found a way to be consistent and win games. Despite me hating the absolute bones of them, they're there or thereabouts, and credit where it's due. They're up there, and of course that's fantastic. So yeah, it was really funny to see Jurgen find it hilarious. Of course it's tight at the top of the table. I mean, the reporters do ask some silly questions sometimes, but that one takes the cake. On to tomorrow's game. My sort of rundown of the game would almost be, I feel. Most people would look at this game and say, Forrest are at the bottom end of the table. They haven't played well really all season. Couple of decent performances. But I feel like they'll be reignited with obviously Nuno recently taking charge. And they'll be desperate. They'll be absolutely desperate for points. They're at home. The atmosphere is going to be fantastic, which, is often the case at Nottingham Forrest. And yeah, as I say, I think they're going to be absolutely reignited. I think they'll come out. I think they'll be worth their money for tomorrow's game. But ultimately, I don't think they'll have enough. And I've said that before in previous games. But when you do have the quality that we have, whether it's in the starting lineup or off the bench, I can't see many teams getting the better of us. You could probably name sort of maybe 2 or 3 teams in the world that can do that. So. I just can't see them having enough. Jurgen Klopp was also asked, or it was mentioned, that he must have enormous pride in the youth players that have, as I said, featured heavily in recent games. And of course he does. That goes without saying. But what I found fascinating was how he managed to sort of turn the tide on the question and bring to the fore how proud he was of the actual more experienced players, the likes of Virgil van Dijk, Lucho, Tsimikas, for example. He mentioned that it takes even greater skill, pride and passion and effort and leadership and commitment to manage a game, not just to win a game and not just to manage your own sort of play and expectations within the game, but to then manage a team that is predominantly youth players or less experienced players. It's fantastic, and that's what Klopp said. He heaps the praise on the few more experienced players that were in the team in recent games, because it is. It goes without saying. He's absolutely mentioned the ability that our leaders have to control not just the game, but the young players that are on the field as well. And absolutely, I think it's fantastic the way he words things and the way he brings it out, and mentioning the youth, but also mentioning the first team players that we have, because without a combination of both, Would we have won all games? Probably not. You just never know. So yeah, absolute credit to Jurgen there. He's said it before, absolutely fantastic human being, but an also incredible manager. So yeah, hats off to him there. Jurgen Klopp mentioned that he still doesn't know the starting lineup. Now, bearing in mind, the press conference was at 12:30, 12 or 12:30, so midday today being Saturday, and obviously we have is a 3 o'clock kickoff Sunday, and he still doesn't know his starting lineup. That's how touch and go several players will be into potentially starting tomorrow. One thing we do know is that Mohamed Salah will definitely not feature in tomorrow's game. Jurgen Klopp did mention he's very, very close, but he will not feature in tomorrow's game. And that's okay. You know, of course, Salah is the Egyptian king. He is our ever-present goal scorer or assist maker in the team. And, you know, has been at the top of the pile for not just Premier League players, but for world players in the last sort of 4 or 5, 6 years even. So, you know, I don't think it's a terrible loss. There are bigger games that we could have needed him. Again, you know, I can't stress it enough. We definitely have enough in the starting lineup or even coming off the bench to deal with the absence of Mohamed Salah. So, you know, yes, not great, but we do have bigger fish and more important games to fry in coming weeks. So, yeah, I'm all for it, actually. Let him have a bit of time off and let him relax. You know, the man plays every single game, every single season. So, yeah, absolutely. Give him the extra bit of time he needs, and I'm sure he'll come back fighting fit for the next game. Look, I don't know what the starting lineup is, and that is the honest truth. I have absolutely no idea. It's going to be extremely difficult to predict. If Jurgen Klopp doesn't know, I'm pretty sure no one else is going to know. But look, as I say, whether it's our first team, whether it's our sort of first team with a couple of youngsters in there, or whether he plays the full youth team, ultimately I feel like we will have too much for Nottingham Forest. So my score prediction, I'm going for a 3-1 Liverpool win. I think it'll be very tight first half, and I do think Forest will give us a good game, at least for the first half. But as I've said in previous videos, I think we will just have too much quality coming off the bench, or even, you know, towards the latter stages of the game. So yeah, I'm going for a Liverpool 3-1 win, and yeah, I think we're absolutely gonna dominate towards the end of the season. Maybe, don't mark my words there, but you know, I think we could sort of go on a good strong run till the end of the season now, starting tomorrow. So yeah, as I say, Liverpool 3-1 win. Leave a like on the smash the like button, leave a comment down below with your score predictions on the video. Let me know what you guys think about the game, how you think it might go, if I've just told you a load of waffle, and if you think it's going to be completely the opposite. Yeah, let me know what you guys think, but most importantly, subscribe to the channel. If you have watched this, if you have liked this, and you've even got halfway through the video and thought, yeah, this isn't bad, smash the like button, leave a comment, but please subscribe to the channel to see more future Liverpool content, because I love doing it, and if you like watching me do it, it's a no-brainer. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, as always, I'll see you on the next one. See ya.